This is the FatalCore trading card game. You've seen the small clips that I've uploaded over the past couple of weeks, but at TCG, this awesome and magnificent deserves a video all its own, and that's what this is. So I'm just doing a quick breakdown of FatalCore once again, showing you all the amazing things that it has to offer, and then encouraging you to sign up and really take the beta for a spin, because over the past year, FatalCore has grown so much, and this theme release is just going to be absolutely huge. So as you can see, I just start off by opening the builder, the deck constructor, showing you guys some of the cards that I have, and then I went ahead and just decided to open a pack. Now this was not scripted. I had no idea what cards that I was going to get, and by the way, these packs are very easy to obtain because there are so many different bonuses, like instant login bonuses, and would you look at that, I got an S rare card right off the break. I was going nuts when I pulled this. I was like, seriously, I opened one pack and get an S grade card. Like, that was so awesome. I did open a second pack. Unfortunately, that didn't have an S. And what I like about FatalCore, among other things, is that, for instance, if I didn't need that card, I could easily go to the market and sell it to a player who might want the card, and then get some of the in-game currency, and then use it to open more packs and get some cards that I might actually need. So their system is really intuitive, and I just really like it. It's very rewarding. Again, getting these packs is super easy. But anyways, when it comes to the gameplay of FatalCore, which is one of my favorite things, mainly the simultaneous gameplay, if you don't know a lot about FatalCore, I would encourage you guys to go through the tutorial, which I'm doing right here. This will kind of show you the basics of FatalCore, how things essentially work. FatalCore is a game of hefty strategy. Seriously, you are rewarded for trying to be one step ahead of your opponent. As you saw with the opening hand, you get a set of cards and you get to hide two of them from your opponent. You also get the mulligan, so the whole like losing a game just because you bricked is pretty much not going to happen. One of the things that I love about this. But yeah, you get to hide two cards, and since both players can see a majority of the cards in each other's hands, it means that you have to really strategize and try to predict what your opponent is going to play and how you can adequately counter them. Now you can look at the board, and all the lead characters, you can see that I have Madeva, and I'm playing against Jetto. They all have different boards, and those boards give unique bonuses and different abilities to each of the creatures that you actually place in those zones, so that makes it really awesome. There are different abilities like Rage and Mana Magnet, which can actually, like, you know, negate your opponent's spells and stuff like that. But it's really awesome. Like, again, if you really don't know the basics of FatalCore, like, you should definitely take the tutorial for a spin. It's kind of like taking you through a game and kind of giving you the training wheels. Now, I would also encourage you guys to check out their Patreon. This is not something that's required. FatalCore is 100% free to play, and the creators have promised that it will always stay that way. You can play as much FatalCore as you want. You can open hundreds of packs and never spend a dime. And I mean, they have some magnificent artists. That's one of the reasons why I'm encouraging. Just look at some of the artwork that they are busting out with this trading card game. Like, this looks magnificent. This looks way better than some of the biggest TCGs out there. And then obviously we have the full Steam release that is right around the corner. I think that makes this thing certifiably, it makes it legitimate. I mean, getting a release on Steam, that's about as legitimate as you can possibly get. And obviously they're so excited. They're offering free cards like the S-Rank Barragas, which is going to be awesome. Really cool to start out with an S-Rank card. But yeah, the Patreon is really cool because with the Patreon, you can obviously give if you really enjoy FatalCore, but you don't actually have to. And when they get their rewards, when they meet their goals, everybody benefits. Anyways, you can see right here, I'm showing you guys the lead characters, and there are multiple leads. They all play differently. I'm gonna play as the Viking. Now, I've tried some of the other ones. Like, I've tried Prisoner 218. I've tried Hush. Hush is kind of a risky character. He takes damage kind of quickly, and he's not the easiest person to play. Prisoner 218. She was fine. Like, I played her, but I mainly like this guy because his board is, it's like, it gives enough offense where I feel pretty confident that I can like outgrind my opponents and just have a bunch of advantages. Plus, I really like the rage ability that he gets on his board because it just makes your monsters like really powerful. Now they do eventually die, but it's fine because you can just like, you know, really light your opponent up while you have those monsters on the field. Anyways, you can see that this game is all about simultaneous gameplay. Monsters attack at the same time, you summon at the same time, so there is no advantage for going first. I actually just drew my favorite, well, no, I opened with it. One of my strategies when I go into any game, when my opening hand, where again you can hide 2 cards from your opponent, I always like to hide my most powerful cards. If I open with an S grade card, I'm always gonna hide that. I don't want you knowing that I've got a powerful trick up my sleeve. I always want to hide that. And I did open with Belle, which she's actually my favorite card in the game, although I'm gonna use her in a really stupid way. Don't use her the way I used her in this game. I should have put her in the life zone so that she could just like permanently just be protected and I wouldn't have to worry about her dying, but we made mistakes. Anyways, another thing that's really cool about FatalCore is since you get 6 zones and your monsters can die, they become corpses, as you can see, which just happened right there. You have to always be able to, I guess, pivot on the fly, because if your board has too many corpses, you can get locked out and then you just won't be able to summon any more creatures. Now, the monster that I summoned right there, that is actually going to erase corpses. That's the Phantom, and that one's really good because not only does it erase corpses, but then she gets powered up based on the amount of corpses that you actually erase. So that's kind of cool. Now, spells are played before the end phase, or right after monsters are summoned. Spells are played, but then you also have monsters that, or creatures that can activate their special abilities, and then, you know, you proceed to attacking and stuff like that. I am going to summon my Belle, and she's really cool because she attacks 2 creatures randomly, and that like, if you can keep her on the board, this is how a lot of the S grade monsters are. If you can really keep them protected and you can keep them on the board, you're probably going to overwhelm your opponent. Now, I really wish, I'm going to draw another S grade card. I really wish that I would have drawn a spell that could empower her, something that could have given her more attack, because I feel like she just would have ran Roughshaw all over my opponent, and I don't think the Hushbot would have been able to survive. But I'm looking for a play here, and I don't really see anything. I don't want to summon another Phantom because I don't have any corpses on my board, so I'm just like, I could summon it, but I'm not going to get any big benefits of that. So anyways, Hush is going to activate this Ravage spell, which is going to do exactly what its name implies, and it is just going to completely wreck my board instantly. My entire top column is just gone, and I was kind of reeling. I was like, oh goodness, I lost my S rank card. I probably should have played better. I do like, another thing about FatalCore is you get to hide one of the cards that you draw. So generally, again, if I draw something powerful, maybe an A or an S grade card, I like to kind of hide that so my opponent doesn't know I've got something powerful. Now, you can use it as a bluff tactic. You don't always have to. You can even kind of psych your opponent out by hiding something that's really weak and implying that you have something very powerful. Maybe they'll start playing defensively. So I think it's just it's another kind of really interesting element to FatalCore that just makes the gameplay always feel very fresh and very satisfying when you're able to get the edge. But yeah, FatalCore is such an awesome TCG, and I think that you guys should definitely check it out. The game is about to wind down, so I'll talk about also the Discord. The FatalCore Discord is amazing, and it's just an excellent place to connect with the community. Whether you're a new player, you're someone who's just thinking about playing the game, you play it casually, etc. Just a great way to meet other players, discuss theories, deck craft, and all types of good stuff like that. So I implore you guys to check out FatalCore. Again, all the links will be in the description below. The Steam release is coming up soon. It is going to be absolutely huge, and if you sign up, not only do you get those bonus login benefits, but you are going to be able to get Barragas. That is an S rank card, so you're going to be able to start off with a pretty powerful creature just off the break, and I'm having a lot of fun playing FatalCore, and I think you guys will as well. So yeah, definitely check out the links in the description below, and thank you guys for watching as always.